I am Ritabrata Ghosh, Vice President at ICRA Limited, and through this podcast, I would like to share the key takeaways for the steel sector from the recent Union budget. After two back-to-back years of commodity upcycle, the steel industry's profits have plummeted this year as the external environment becomes more challenging. With infrastructure and construction remaining the single largest end user of steel, the government's capex drive will be the sector's lifeline in these uncertain times. In that context, the Union budget's strong push for infrastructure led growth in the country, with capital outlay for infrastructure projects being raised by 33% in financial year 24, has been directionally a positive for steel demand in the country. Investment centered around the core sectors like railways, roadways, housing, urban infrastructure, and energy, which have the potential for spurring demand for metals, have seen a healthy increase across the board. Focus has also been given to promote capital expenditure by states, with the allocation of interest-free loans to state governments being enhanced by 30% next fiscal. Taking a closer look at the budget fine print, we observe an increase in the allocation to flagship schemes like the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana by 66% and Jal Jeevan Mission by close to 17%, which are positives for long steel and pipe manufacturers. Now coming to the transportation sector, which has a high multiplier effect on metals, we have seen that there has been special attention with the spending by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and the Ministry of Railways being targeted to increase by 38% and 19% next fiscal. On the raw material side, the extension of waiver of customs duty on ferrous scrap, raw materials used in the manufacturing of cold roll grain oriented steel, and nickel cathode is a welcome development for steel producers. In addition, the increased allocation of funds for promoting scrapping of old government vehicles augurs well for increasing domestic scrap availability, which would be a critical leg in transitioning to less carbon intensive ways of steelmaking. That brings me to the end of the podcast. Thank you.